trying to conceptualize the bones on a bone-in New York primal is kind of difficult when you're looking at the primal itself, right? Because again, you can kind of see the bones structure here. You kind of get what I'm saying when I'm pointing out different bones. But I was thinking of what's a better way to really get a visual, and potentially very weird, but I took a section, boned it out, and then boiled the bones so that we have a much better view of what's really going on with the bones inside this baby. This section of bone right here is about from here to here. I could not fit a whole primal in my stock pot, so we have half of a primal. And again, this will give you a much clearer picture of what the bone is like in this primal. When you are looking at the bones here, it's actually really kind of cool. This is a rib bone, and you'd think, okay, rib bones should stay on the rib. Back in Dad's day, prime ribs had 8 bones on them, but at some point the processing plants decided to shift the final rib bone onto the loin. And so this, kind of like that, is actually a section of rib bone that's left on a bone-in loin. You can see it. It doesn't really look like it's not popping out on here, but if you look at the edge, that right there, that's your rib bone. So this is just a cool visual. Again, if you were cutting bone-in steaks, the only way for you to only have one section of bone is if you conceptually made a cut right between those two. So you'd have no bone here and a little bit of bone there. But again, in that situation, I wouldn't call it a bone-in strip because you're missing half a bone.